What's going on? What's going on? It's Jeff that you will be like the nation and move. We move for real, muscle, mind, and brain. Okay. Today we're going to talk about how I turned $500 into millions of dollars worth of real estate. And how you can do the same thing through owner financing and creative financing. Okay. How you could get in a game with little to no money down, and you don't even have to go to the bank to do it. And this is how I got in the game. First, a little bit about me. I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. Grew up in a poverty-stricken environment, the St. Thomas Project. Okay. Mother and grandmother raised me. Dad was in jail by the time I was 5, 6 years old. Never seen him again in my life. Katrina washed me up to Northeast Louisiana. And here I reside right now. Been to the Army, been in the Army 11 years. Worked for the Western Rural Fire Department, man. Proud. Okay. So, been homeless. Smoked cigarettes off of the ground. Okay. All kind of stuff. Slept in abandoned buildings, literally. I literally did this, walks hour and a half to work, 7 to 8 miles to work and back, stood on my feet 8 hours and walked back another hour, 2 hours. Okay. When I was off in Texas, and that's a very long story. Y'all probably won't hear that right now, but I just want you to understand that anybody can do this. I don't want you to think I drunk the magic pill or I got the magic formula or something like that. I want to let you know that anybody can do this. All you have to do is have the right tenacity, the right amount of doggone work ethic, and you can get anything done in the right amount of discipline and commitment. If you're trying to change your life, if you are disciplined and committed to changing your life and doing something that's going to change the direction of your legacy, you can do it. I am no exception to the doggone rule. I work extremely hard. Okay? It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night right now. Okay? And I'm up here recording this video. I'm telling you, I work extremely hard. So you can do the exact same thing that I'm doing. You got to know different strategies and techniques and all that different stuff. But I want you to get this in your head. Without the right mindset, no technique that I tell you is going to work. Okay? But let's get into it. Creative financing is what I'm talking about. Owner financing under the umbrella of creative financing. And owner financing is really close to my heart because it's how I got my start. I think I said that before. Investor I know now has become one of my dearest friends. I was able to purchase this duplex. It was my first deal. And I think I financed it with him for about $24,000, something like that, through the seller. So yes, the seller can become the bank. Whoever controls the property, right? As long as they own that property outright, and if they got a loan owner, they got to get approved by the bank, and there's certain other things they got to go through, but they can owner finance that property to you. They are acting as the bank, right? Telling you, hey, this is your note, this is your taxes, this is the taxes, this is the insurance that's going to be prorated into the note, okay? And they can give you the note and have you paying it at a certain interest rate. It's going to probably be between 9 and 12%. Don't let that interest rate scare you off, okay, when it comes to investment property, especially in small multifamily units, because your cash flow is going to be 10 times that, maybe 3 or 4 times that. So like I was saying, in this particular property, my cash flow out of that property is like $650. The whole gross rental income off of that property is about $1,000. Okay? So what I'm netting off of that, $650. Don't let this net and gross stuff get you screwed up. So basically what's happening is I'm bringing in $1,000 from both properties. And after I pay the note, after I pay the taxes, after I pay the insurance, it's all escrowed into that note to that seller. I'm bringing home $650. Okay? Something like that. So I'm netting $650. That makes sense. That makes sense to you. I know you're very smart, especially if you're listening to my videos. I know you're very smart, right? So we bringing that $650 to myself, and that's exactly what I did. And I started that deal and locked that deal in to sublease that the actual contract that we wrote out to another person to make $650 off of $500. I put a $500 down payment on a $24,000 owner finance deal and was able to cash flow the very 2 months later, $650 off of that $500. I actually made that $500 back within 2 months. Less than 2 months. Okay, I made that $500 back, and I'm in the red. First I was in the red, and now I'm in the green. I'm in the black the whole time. Okay, I'm in the green the whole time. People don't understand what the black is. I'm in the green the whole time. I'm positive the whole time. I only put $500 down on a house. Yes, I had to put some money in to repair it, my own money, but I'm just talking about actual mortgage to cash flow, right? $650 easy. You can do the same thing. How do you find owner financing deals? You find investors. How do you find investors? Go to the meetups. Go to the different real estate seminars. Okay? You have investors that go to there as well. Local investors in your area. You got to extrovert into your community. You got to make yourself known. Obscurity, the only weakness to any business. People don't know you. Get out there in the community. Show yourself approved. Show yourself for real that this is what you're trying to do, and trust me, it's going to happen for you. Now, after you get in, you get to a certain stature, you're going to have to start doing certain advertising strategies. But when you first start off, it's not needed. What you need to do is get around people who making the deals. Ask them, hey, do you have anything you want to owner finance? Hey, do you have anything you doing any creative financing through anything in your portfolio you're willing to give away? You know what I mean? You're willing to get rid of right now. I don't have that much knowledge. I don't have that much money, but I'm willing to owner finance it through you till I get the capital up to actually purchase the property through the bank using a conventional loan or whatever you're using, a commercial construction loan, whatever you're using to get that property and secure it, through a bank. That's exactly what I did. I actually used the capital from the investment to fund the deal. I went to the bank and actually purchased the deal and started to control the equity in the deal, once I went to the bank. And I'm glad I said that because I want to get into this a little bit. The only downfall with owner financing is you do not control the equity in the deal. What does that mean? Equity is leverage. Equity is collateral. The property is collateral, but the equity inside of the property is what's really collateral, okay? And you can collateralize that asset to buy more assets through the equity, right? But when you're doing an owner financing, you don't have that equity because most owner finance deals, you're just doing for the cash flow. And you are in charge of all the maintenance and all that kind of stuff. So with that being said, you use that owner finance to get into the game, turn around, buy the property, and there you go. You're in the game. It's a strategy to get in. I literally did this, and now I control millions of dollars worth of real estate from $500. I literally put up $500 to now controlling millions of dollars worth of real estate. You understand? For $500. And it can be done. And I told you, I'm from the St. Thomas Project. I done been homeless. I done picked up cans to put diapers on my daughter, my firstborn daughter. This is facts. Verifiable facts, too. I picked up cans around the neighborhood to put diapers on my firstborn daughter. Okay? Now I control millions of dollars worth of real estate. Through work ethic, hard work, tenacity, and the will to not be defeated, the will to win. So I'm telling you right now, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. All you have to do is commit. This is Jeff, Let Your Will Be Your Light. If you're trying to get into more real estate, make sure you get on that real estate webinar, Real Estate 101, on the Facebook page. Tap in, get your seats to the Real Estate 101. We're going to be talking about equity, leverage, and all these different things, financial freedom, all of these good stuff. Financial literacy, okay? We're going to talk about that credit a little bit, and how you can get it into some of these deals. I just told you a strategy, and probably 50%, 60, 70, 80, 90% of y'all ain't gonna use it. Guaranteed. And I just told you $1 million. I just gave you $1 million worth of game. With that one strategy, I gave you $1 million worth of game, literally. Because that's how I turned $500 into millions of real estate. You understand? Until the next one. Light work.